Hello and welcome to another episode of Dave Travels. This time, I'm in Death Valley National Park in California. Death Valley, situated in the Mojave Desert, is the lowest, driest, and hottest location in North America. Death Valley is one of the best geological examples of a basin and a range configuration. You can see basins 282 feet below sea level and 11,000-foot mountains. You need to be careful here. The heat is amazing. The sun is almost blinding as it reflects off the desert floor. Take proper precautions. I've come here for the perfect shot, but first I need to stop at the Furnace Creek Visitor Center to register with the park rangers. As I parked at the Visitor Center, I parked right next to Old Dinah, a steam tractor used to haul borax from Death Valley to the nearest railroad in 1890. Hauling borax out of Death Valley was a great task. In the 1870s, 20 mule teams were the most efficient means for transporting the heavy loads. Borax was mined at the Harmony Borax Works. When in full operation, the Harmony Borax Works employed 40 men who produced 3 tons of borax daily. Old Dinah was a mechanized attempt to replace the 20 mule team wagons. However, it didn't work out. Steam required lots of water, which also required lots of weight. In the end, it proved to be inefficient compared to the mule power. In the 1900s, the need for borax ended, and both Old Dinah's career and the 20 mule teams did too. As I headed to Mesquite Dunes, I drove near the Badwater Basin. The basin is 282 feet below sea level, and you can see some of the old salt from the sea floor in the distance. After about 45 minutes, I reached the dunes. Mesquite Flats sand dunes covers a vast area, and due to the close proximity to the road, the dunes have been used to film sand dune scenes for several movies, including the films in the Star Wars series. Remember Tatooine? There's not much life here, but here, mesquite trees have trapped blowing sand and have created large hummocks that provide habitats for wildlife. Odds are something's living here, clearing sand from its doorstep daily. Ouch, that's hot. I've reached the dunes. They're in the distance here. I got to get my shot, and I got to get it quick because I had to walk about a quarter of a mile from the road, and this sand is hot. It's probably over 100 degrees. I can't even pick it up. It's so hot, and it's burning through my shoes. So let me get my shot, and let me get out of here. As I hustled back to the car, I spotted this dust devil in the distance. Really cool to see one of these. But I didn't have time to hang around. Feeling that 115 degrees desert air coming through your lungs is unreal. But I got my shot. Next stop, Stovepipe Wells. Founded in 1906, it started out as basically a collection of tents to serve travelers with food. In 1925, the first hotel was constructed and marked the transition from mining community to tourist destination as it is today. Speaking of mules, this is another type of mule that you find in today's Death Valley. Looks like a new 2013 Mercedes SUV in mule guise to hide its looks from competitors' prying camera lenses. I stopped off at the local saloon to cool off and have some lunch. Back on the road, next stop, Zabriskie Point. I timed my arrival for the afternoon sunset light. The sun was looking just about right. I found this interesting cavern to explore, but the sun was going down, so I didn't have a lot of time. I needed to hike up to Zabriskie Point and pick out my spot before I missed the peak sunlight. Here it is, a great view of the point. Zabriskie Point is part of the Armagosa Range located in the east of Death Valley. This massive land formation was all formed by erosion. It's called an erosional landscape. The color of light makes a huge difference in your final shot. I'll show you what I mean. Look at the huge difference between the midday, harsh, high noon light and the evening sunlight. And then after the sun sets, notice how the light changes even more. To me, I prefer the sunset light. That's where most gallery shots are taken. and here's mine. As the sun started to disappear behind the ridge, I decided it's time to hit the road. Death Valley is pitch black at night and it's easy to get lost or find yourself off-road, so I packed up and headed home. Thanks for watching Dave Travels, and be sure to check out some of my earlier episodes on Vimeo.